Right, can you see me?
There he is, yeah.
Virtual handshake.
Good to see you, mate.
So much good.
It's been a while, mate. Yeah, I mean, we haven't properly spoken since school, to be honest, have we?
At least 15 years, I'd say. Of a proper conversation anyway.
You have this network of people throughout the entire world. I was just telling my sister this on a call, and I was like, I'm about to hop on this call with this guy, Tom. I haven't seen him in years since we worked together. You know, you're catching up like your old friends. You've changed. Your life has changed, your surroundings, where you live, all those things. But, you know, on the inside, you have this connection with people because you have this shared experience.
When you do post something about a video or something, I've always watched it. Like, 'cause I've always liked your take on things as well. So, you know, it's that thing of like, you want that person to do really well in life.
Hello.
Hi, Ezra.
He's so much more of a handful than he was. And he's got Christmas gear on as well.
Yeah, what's that about? Yeah, that's not acceptable.
It's Christmas every day here.
How are you finding the whole lockdown COVID situation? How's it affecting you?
I'm blessed because I'm locked in with my girlfriend and I love her and we have a great time, but I can tell she wants to see her sisters. I want to see my brother and my sister and my family. Like, I'm 30 years old. I still want to give my mum a cuddle. Like, I ain't seen her.
I mean, you know, like I feed off being around other people, around energy. Like, that's something that I love. It's been super tough, man. Like, just staying motivated to do anything.
Previously, like, we've always had it in place that if I ever needed to go back to the UK, I could get on a flight tonight and, you know, be in the UK within 24 hours if something happened. That's been taken away from me now. And like, I've never felt so far away, I suppose.
Because now pretty much the whole country now feel the way I feel constantly, which is constantly anxious and scared and apprehensive and unaware of the future.
You know, I probably have a cry about once every week or two about stuff directly related to COVID-19.
If it gets to a point where you still can't go out and perform live, maybe I might start seriously questioning whether I want to do this, because performing is one of the best parts of being an artist. If I can't do that, and if I have to start doing all of these live videos and live performances via the internet, then it just doesn't feel the same. It's just not of interest anymore.
We were supposed to be on our honeymoon. We were going to go to Italy and we were going to go to Paris.
Oh.
Julio wants to run over here so bad.
Come on in, man.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
I've got this little sanitizer pen. It is the best thing ever. So you just fill it up and carry it with me everywhere now.
You see it as a teacher as well, how much more relaxed the school is. There's only the chance of Ofsted turning up and like lesson observations are out the window. And I mean, the staff are less stressed and the children are less stressed. And almost like harks back to like a golden age of primary school teaching when it was more like a nurturing and like relaxed environment.
You know, there's absolutely no work-life. I mean, I had a very shit work-life balance anyway before, but even now, you know, where home is also the office.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely zero separation. I haven't got anybody else really to talk to apart from on bloody Zoom in meetings anyway. So
of jobs that I actually had booked and have now been cancelled, that is currently at about 42.5 grand. I can't see how, and for the same for a lot of industries, not just film and TV, but I can't see where I'm going to get any work. And there's a lot of people making decisions who are just used to having a stack of money. I think they've been surprised by how many people don't have that. And it only takes missing sort of 1-2 weeks of pay and people are struggling.
So I remember like first meeting you, and honestly, I was like, I don't know if I can work with this guy. And it's funny saying it now, but I was just like, he's too loud, he's too domineering, it's his way or the highway. Like,
but I remember getting into some disagreements, and then thinking to myself, being like, wow, I didn't think of it through Tom's perspective. You know, everyone has their own opinion and I'm not always right, which was something that I got to know through working with people that were willing to voice their opinions.
Like, thinking about it, we were good mates, but actually, I don't know, I don't think we ever sort of sat down and had a beer and just sort of not talked about anything work or film related.
It was a shame because,
you know, we did get on, and you know, I enjoyed hanging out with you, but then it's kind of, when you're in that work mode, everything just gets stressful. And that's the thing, with maturity comes the ability to kind of look at that and detach that. And
saw quite a lot of people just, you know, being bullied, a lot of miserable people into film and TV because of the hierarchical nature of it. If you want to make someone's life difficult, you really can. Like, I've worked with so many people that were complete wankers.
I went round the fucking world, Tom. I did it. The only reason I can afford it was because I had critical illness cover, and then I got MS. So it's a kind of like, I don't know, what do you do? Keep in a saving, and, you know, because you can't work one day because your legs don't work. Oh, no, fuck that. What you do is you go around the fucking world while your legs are working, and you see all the shit that you wanted to fucking see.
Are there people that you've lost touch with over the years? And if so, who and why do you think that's happened?
I don't want to sound harsh. There's some people that I'm still in touch with, and I think, why am I still in touch with you? And there's loads of people. Yeah, there's loads of people that I've lost touch with.
The older I get, the more I regret each friend I've lost. I mean, I think that's probably true of almost everyone that I've lost touch with. I wish that I hadn't done so.
I think the older you get, the more you realise that actually it's not about the amount of friends you have, it's more about the quality of friends that you have.
We hadn't talked for 2.5 bleeding years or something like that. But, you know, we still get on as if it had been yesterday. So my opinion is that that's a proper friendship.
Yeah.
And as a consequence, I don't really stress about not talking to people, because if they're anybody worth being in touch with, I can just reconnect with them.
Although it sounds like harsh and blunt, you do select the people that you're going to remain in contact with and not remain in contact with. I think there is a certain subconscious element to that. And some people, it's just luck, like bad luck.
Maybe all your friends are bad friends. You've lost contact with it, like myself. All your mates are really bad people. There we go, sorted.
I think as men get older, specifically men, like, they maintain like less friendships, and that's quite sad, isn't it? Because it wouldn't have always been like that. You would have had like closer-knit communities. You would have had like people going to church every Sunday, and that was like the focal point of the community. Whereas I guess like we don't really have a focal point for a community anymore.
There's probably an evolutionary reason for that, isn't there? That men are off hunter-gatherers on their own, and women are back, you know, maintaining social circles. And I think that probably has continued.
Me personally, I'm just crap at talking to people. I mean, that's my excuse. I think I'm just crap at maintaining, like social bonds, I suppose.
As children or teenagers, my experience of guys meeting up together would be to play a sport, some kind of video game, get drunk, get high. You know, if it's just, shall we meet up and have a coffee, maybe that's something that, there's no bridging there, perhaps, I don't know.
A lot of blokes that, if they've got their clique and they've had their clique for a long time, they're not interested in outsiders.
I can think of like my girlfriend, like talking to one of her mates, like specifically like girls, and like they can just talk about everything and anything for just like hours. And to the point I'm like, how are you not like bored now?
In my experience, female activities are more inherently social and more inherently close on a real level. And that's I think that's why I get on with women more, I think, is I prefer to cut through the bullshit. I don't want to just talk about who's playing on the left wing today.
I mean, for me at least, you know, if I want to have a chat with a mate, I'll go to the pub with him, have a few pints till you're a bit tipsy, and then you have a proper DMC.
But it always takes to that point to have that conversation. That's what I mean. Whereas, why should it have to be like that? Why should it have to be, we have to go to the pub, we have to be a bit tiddled before we actually start talking to each other properly?
When I've been depressed for years, suffering anxiety for years. When I've said that in my 20s, I was, you know, but now it seems to be a bit more accepted, which is good. It's the way it should be. There's a massive issue with suicide amongst young men. I think we're getting conversations going about it, but it's going to take a while for that to change. And I think, I mean, friends are a big part of that.
in times when you need to sort of turn and have a chat to somebody, you tend to hold that in. And because you don't then turn and have a chat to somebody, you don't build that closeness and that relationship and that trust. The number of close friends I have, and it's not many. It's a shame. It's, you know, it's not great.
Hopefully one person gives out the hand and is like, yeah, hey, we're still friends, or something like that, such as yourself, as you've done here.
Once we're out of this, or whenever that might be, what as individuals or as a society should we or can we change as a result?
Maybe by the end of this, we'll just be so sick of talking to people over technology. Actually, we do value the in-person thing more.
Daily exercise is really important. Like spending time with your family is really important, and like we don't have to live this like fast-paced kind of. I think it's particularly in the Western world, maybe in like China and Japan as well. There's like kind of overworking culture as well.
But yeah, I think most of all makes you like realize who you want to prioritize and what you want to prioritize. And you've got to try and keep yourself happy and sane. And I think it's really important to try and do that as well for those that you love and that you care about.
What we can definitely learn is that men need to wash their hands after using the toilet. I've seen it way too often where guys come out of a public bathroom and have not washed their hands.
A lot of companies, certainly ours, have the facilities to allow people to work remotely. I don't know if it's a trust thing or what, but I think this is going to show that not everyone needs to be in an office.
It's helped me kind of, I guess, reflect on the things that I do want in my life and the things I don't need in my life. Like, hey, I've actually done too much of this when I should have been doing that. I've focused so much on building a career for myself, but is it something that I've actually really wanted to do?
I think the xenophobia risks exploding, and the fear of others as well, you know, the fear of being close to somebody because they might be ill and it might give you something. I hope that doesn't happen.
Before this happened, there was often a lot of talk about people, especially older people, suffering with loneliness. Now, because people are in a similar situation that they're stuck indoors, maybe people will be more kind of proactive in ensuring that people don't suffer from that, especially older people.
You know, pollution's gone down. The ozone layer, like the ozone hole in Australia, like over Australia, is like closing up. Like, it's amazing how something like this can actually change the dynamics.
I think the key thing is we've got to stop associating people's worth with how much they earn.
Those like key workers, like supermarket workers or like nurses or teachers or, you know, delivery men, you know, like they're normally like quite low status and low paid, but actually like for everything else to function, we need them.
Not everyone lives old enough for retirement. Not everyone lives old enough to enjoy the free time that they have. It's not all about fucking money.
But we just need to, like, sort of like this, connect with people more. Show a bit more care in the community. Like, how many times do people just walk past people and sort of put their head down and not even acknowledge someone, or like just the smallest of things, like saying hello to someone can change someone's outlook on the whole day.
You know, even from this conversation right now, you know, something I learned is like, I gotta get on more calls, you know? It's been good, really good to like talk to you and share these memories and like feel like those things come back to life for me.
Like you say, it's nice to catch up with yourself and having like a little natter and just literally talk a couple of old stories and think, that's brilliant. Like when you sent me a message, I thought straight away, that's such a good idea. And then, you know, I've texted a few lads that I haven't spoken to just because you've dropped me a note.
I was just like, you know what? If someone can do that, I'm going to do that to someone I haven't spoken to in a while. And yeah.
Tom, listen, it was really nice to speak to you and to see you again. I'm really glad you're doing so well.
This has been really lovely just to be able to speak to you. So thank you for the opportunity.
No worries.
Thank you for listening to me rant. I think I needed it.
I think it's super cool that you're doing this and this project, and you know, I'm just glad we got a chance to talk and catch up.
Hope you're keeping well and stay safe, and you and the family, and yeah, let's not leave it so long next time, hey?